Hello friends, MSc second order chemistry, course number CCTP 7, section 1st. So already I have completed voltammetry and polarography. It is a topic second. Now it is a topic first. Near about 6 lecture weightage is there, coulometry. So actually coulometry is used to measure the quantity of electricity required to convert the analyte sample, either oxidable or reducible saffron, into different oxidation state. So quantity of electricity required to convert analyte to a different oxidation state. So for this purpose, the technique of coulometry is used. Actually, it is more superior as compared to the gravimetric analysis. Now generally here coulombs and weight of coulomb means quantity of electricity required to convert the analyte into another oxidation state, and the weight of analyte is generally measured. Actually, when you consider gravimetry, for gravimetric technique, generally calibration is required. But if we consider coulometry, the calibration is not required. As compared to gravimetry, coulometry is more accurate. It is more faster technique and more convenient as compared to gravimetric or the volumetric method of analysis. And that's why gravimetry analysis cannot be converted into atomization, but coulometry you can convert it into the atomization. So actually when you use the concept of quantity of electricity, generally quantity of electricity is measured in 2 units. One is coulomb and second one will be obviously the Faradays. So these are the 2 units are used for gravimetry. It may be coulomb or it may be the Faradays also. Now electricity is generally expressed in coulomb, or it is symbol by C, or it may be expressed in terms of Faraday. It can be denoted by symbol F. So we can define the term coulomb as coulomb is nothing but the electricity that flows during the passage of current of 1 ampere for 1 second. Means the quantity of electricity that flows during the passage of current of 1 ampere through 1 second, that quantity is referred as 1 coulomb. The quantity of electricity that flows during the passage of current of 1 ampere in 1 second is called as 1 coulomb. That is Q is equal to IT. That is the equation. Quantity of electricity in coulomb can be calculated as Q is equal to IT, where I is current in ampere, T is time in second, means passage of 1 ampere current through 1 second. That is the quantity of electricity. So Q is equal to the IT. Q is quantity of electricity, I is the current in ampere, and T is time in second. Or if we consider Faradays, Faraday produces one equivalent of chemical change when you pass the electricity. So amount of electricity required to carry out one equivalent change is considered as 1 Faraday. So 1 Faraday is equal to 96,400 coulomb. Means to convert one equivalent of chemical change, how much coulomb is required? 96,400 coulomb is required, or instead of that 1 Faraday of electricity is required. So it is actually E means quantity of electricity, It is expressed in Coulomb or the Faraday. C is electricity that flows. C means Coulomb. Electricity that flows during the passage of I of 1 ampere for 1 second. It can be calculated as Q is equal to the IT. So Faraday is nothing but the amount of electricity, quantity of electricity required to carry out the one equivalent chemical change on the electrode surface. So 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 Coulomb is the quantity of electricity. Now actually coulometry is based on the Faraday's first and second law, mostly first laws of electricity. Faraday's laws of electricity. So amount of substance liberated or amount of substance deposited on the electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. It is a Faraday's first law. The amount of substance liberated, or whether it is oxidation or reduction, depending upon that, liberation or deposition concept is there. So amount of substance liberated or amount of substance deposited on the electrode surface is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. Amount of substance liberated or deposited on the electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. Means that Q is equal to IT. I is current, T is time. Current is measured in ampere, time is measured in second. So according to this particular concept, the mathematical expression for Faraday's first law is equal to W is equal to Wm multiplied by Q divided by N multiplied by 96,500, where W is the amount of substance either deposited or the liberated. Then this Wm is actually the atomic weight or the molecular weight of that particular analyte. Q is nothing but the quantity of electricity passed. Q is equal to IT, where I is current in ampere and T is time in again the second. Then N is there number of electron involved in the reaction, and 96,500 is the constant term. So W is equal to Wm multiplied by Q divided by N multiplied by 96,500, or W is equal to Wm multiplied by I multiplied by T divided by N multiplied by 96,500. So it is a Faraday's first law. The amount of substance liberated or deposited on the electrode surface is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. So W is equal to Wm multiplied by IT divided by N multiplied by 96,500. So it is actually the Faraday's first law. It is a Faraday's first law. Then second law is that the chemical equivalent is directly proportional to the atomic or the molecular weight of that particular substance. So chemical equivalence of, suppose zinc divided by chemical equivalence of copper is always equal to the atomic weight of copper divided by that atomic weight of zinc divided by atomic weight of copper. Means chemical equivalence is directly proportional to the atomic weight. So it is a Faraday's second law is there. Now actually in coulometry, two types of concepts are used or there are two methods are there. So in coulometry, either you maintain the constant current and you vary the potential, or you make the potential constant and you can vary the current. Means current and potential, the one quantity we have to kept constant and another we have to vary. And depending upon this particular concept, two coulometric methods are there. The coulometric method at constant potential, and second will be the coulometric method at constant current. Means when it is at constant potential is there, current is varied. Means coulometric method in which the potential is constant, current can be changed or current can be varied. Second method is the coulometric method in which the current is kept constant and the potential is varied or potential is the change. So these are the two methods of types of coulometric method: constant current method and constant potential method. So in next lecture, actually if we consider this particular technique, so why to study actually how the electrical current varies, whether it gives the 100% efficiency or not gives the 100% efficiency. So there is a curve is there. So with the help of that curve, I can explain in next lecture that particular point, and then we have to start the instruments or cells that are used, then their applications are there, and again some problems are also there. So it is a introductory part. The quantity of electricity required to convert aniline to a different oxygen state is nothing but coulometry. It is similar to gravimetry. It is similar to gravimetry. Coulomb is the quantity of electricity, weight of aniline is there. Calibration in coulometry is not essential. It is more accurate, it is more faster, more convenient as compared to gravimetry and volumetry, and therefore automation of coulometric method is possible. Then unit of quantity of electricity and Faraday's law. The quantity of electricity is either expressed in Coulomb or it is expressed in Faraday's. What is Coulomb? Amount of quantity of electricity that flows by passage of 1 ampere current through 1 second in the solution. Faraday is nothing but, again, the Faraday is nothing but produces one equivalent of chemical change when you pass the quantity of electricity, and 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 Coulomb. The first law, amount of substance deposited or liberated on the electrode surface is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. Faraday's second law, the chemical equivalence of a substance is directly proportional to its atomic weight. Then mathematical expression for quantity of electricity, Q is equal to IT. Then Faraday's first law expression, W is equal to Wm multiplied by Q divided by N multiplied by 96,500. There are two types of coulometric method are there. One is coulometric method at constant current and coulometric method at constant potential. So it is my first lecture on the coulometry. Then I can start the second point in second lecture. Okay, so thank you.